You're in luck because caffeine does not make your ADHD worse. Now, it could make your anxiety worse, but it could also make it better. But that's like a different conversation. That being said, caffeine doesn't actually help it either, which is super weird because a lot of us feel like we self-medicate with it. But yeah, statistically, it's doing nothing for ADHD. You might be thinking to yourself, but Annika, it's a stimulant. ADHD medications are stimulants. Doesn't that mean that caffeine would also do the same thing? And no, not necessarily. So caffeine primarily works on adenosine, not dopamine. Adenosine is a chemical in our brain that helps us regulate our sleep-wake cycle. It's the lowest in the morning and then it increases throughout the day. And then if you take a nap, it actually decreases. Same thing with sleep. The way caffeine works in our brains is instead of decreasing the adenosine like with a nap, it just makes our brain kind of ignore the adenosine, which then makes the brain go like, shit, I need some hearing aids. Let me add more receptors. And that makes your caffeine less effective over time, so you need to have more caffeine over time. And then if you stop your caffeine, you have too many receptors of adenosine in your brain, which is why going off caffeine honestly sucks so much. Anyway, even though it's not going to help your ADHD, it could potentially help other things that make your ADHD more manageable. So it does have links to improving your depression and anxiety, as well as decreasing your cardiovascular disease risk, and then also decreasing your diabetes 2 risk, which are all things super connected to ADHD. There is a point of too much, so if you're drinking more than 400 milligrams a day, I definitely recommend scaling back, but the sweet spot in the literature seems to be around 120 milligrams to 250 milligrams a day for an adult. Yeah, isn't this just absolutely fascinating because it super duper feels like caffeine would help us because like it's supposed to help with focus or attention or whatever, but it doesn't actually. Yeah, science is pretty interesting.